Welcome to the first media consulting podcast, The Business Chronicles, where we dive deep into the stories of successful business owners. Here's your host, Didi and Nicholas. Thanks for joining today. Let's talk.
Welcome back, everyone. I am just so excited to introduce to you today John. He's the owner of Glass Doctor of East Orlando, and he's going to bring some insights of his business knowledge as well as successes. Welcome, John. How you doing?
I'm good, buddy. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're very, very welcome, man. I'm excited for you to join us. Let's go and dive right into this. Let's talk a little bit and let our listeners know a little bit about your background.
Okay, sure. Well, I've been in business roughly 6 years. I've bought a Glass Doctor owner for roughly a little over a year now. It's a great company, a great franchise to deal with. And I'm still trying to grow and put things together and expand. So I got a background in automotive. I've probably been in the automotive field for 30 years.
Wow,
roughly.
that's a long time, man. 30 years in automotive. So there, I'm assuming there's some kind of transition there from, being in the automotive industry to doing what you're doing now, correct?
Yeah, I started in the auto body and paint industry for 24 years. I wanted more, and I decided to become a business owner. So bought some tools and got my LLC and I started knocking on doors.
Yeah, there you go. You're off to you're swinging for the fences. I love that.
Sir. Yes, sir.
So let's talk a little bit about your business. What do you do?
Well, we do auto glass replacement, any auto glass on a vehicle. We do insurance claims, customer pays. We do window regulators, sunroofs, mainly windshields that we deal with. Windshield is probably 80% of our business. So any kind of theft recovery, broken glass, cleanups, anything like that.
Okay. And do you see what is the most, if you had to, out of all the services that you offer your customers, what's maybe the top two?
It's probably windshields and door glass. Living here in Orlando, we do a lot of broken glass with people. They like to break in vehicles around here, being a tourist area.
Right.
Unfortunately, so I get a lot of calls, early morning calls for broken glass and theft recoveries and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's probably the two major things we do.
That's interesting. So what inspired you to start your business?
Well, I did auto body and paint for so many years, 24 years that, and I wanted more. And so I was already at the top pay scale with that industry outside of opening up a body shop. And it takes so much funding to open up a body shop. So I figured I'd start with a smaller company, which was glass. I never did glass before. So I figured I just learned on the job, and that's what I did.
It's always like that, right? It's on the job training
I've always given good with my hands. So I figured, just something else, and another skill to learn. It's nothing big about it.
Oh, good for you, man. So what's something about your leadership style that surprises people?
I'm really easy to get along with, and my attention to my customers and the attention I give them as far as the quality of service and quality on the job and the attention to follow-ups. I call them, and it's probably the number one thing that's helped me last for 6 years and helped me grow. So I have we have a 5-star rating on Google. So we have great reviews, and that's what it comes down to. Customer service is the number one thing to grow your business.
And basically what I took away from what you just said is attention to detail probably ranks high on that list, right?
Yes, it does. And that goes from the quality of repair that you do and the attention to detail with your customers, with the follow-ups and the, communications. It goes all the way around. So
Awesome. Well said. So what's the most unexpected lesson that you've learned from running your business? Anything that jumps out?
Yes, I expected it to be much easier than what it has been 6 years. So it takes a lot of work, a lot of hours, a lot of work to get off the ground and start moving. So yeah, it takes that. That's the number one lesson. Had I known how hard it would be, I don't know if I would have started.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. At least you're honest. What is the secret to your success? What makes you successful?
It's probably my drive, the fact that I decided not to go back to where I came from. And once you decide that, once you step out and you make that and you don't look back, then it's hard not to fail. It's hard to fail
Right.
if you decide to do that. You know, if you keep straddling the fence, most people that do that don't make it. But if once you fit up and you're determined enough to make it work, then it can work.
I like the words you said. Don't look back. Right.
Yeah.
You have that vision that you just want to do it. Failure's not an option.
That's right, and that's what it takes. It's difficult, but failure is not an option. Once you have that mindset, then that's what it takes. Yeah.
So, are there any type of trends that are happening in your business, in your industry?
Yes, and another reason I wanted to move to the franchise, buy a franchise. My other company was a smaller company, and I saw that these bigger corporations, these venture capitalists, was buying up all the small companies, and so they would buy, for example, Caliber Collision. They have their own glass company now, and they have a bigger stick, to swing once the bigger the company. So I wanted to buy a franchise so I would have a bigger stick too. So I would have an opportunity at a bigger piece of the pie. I needed something to fight with these bigger companies with.
I like that. I really do like that. And let's talk about, because this show's also trying to help those that are aspiring entrepreneurs, right? Just like yourself, trying to be business owners. Any advice that you can give people that are listening that are wanting to start a business, or maybe they're a business owner and they're struggling a little bit?
Yeah.
Any advice?
Well, if you want to start a business, what I would recommend most of all is do your research on whatever you want to start. It helps to have a background in the business that you want to start, and the hard work portion of it. It's a 7-day week thing, especially when you're starting from the ground up. It's 7 days a week. You never say no to a customer. In the beginning, you can't say no to any customer.
Right.
So I did whatever it take, even if it wasn't in my business. So I own a glass company, but being in the automotive field, there was other things that people wanted me to do that I would do. So I would do decals. I would install decals. I would do PDR, paintless dent repair. So I would do all these things just to keep the funds coming in until I got off the ground. So hard work and do your research in the beginning.
Hey, it's very, very good advice. As we wrap up here, can you please provide us, the listeners, your phone number as well as your website?
Sure. The website is Glass Doctor Auto of East Orlando. You can find anything you want on there. If you want a quote, you can work through the website and get a quote through the website directly, or you can give me a call at 804-938-8589, and I can give you an estimate over the phone.
John, it's such a pleasure to learn about your business and some of the struggles that you went through to where you're at today. And thank you so much for sharing everything about your business with our listeners.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for tuning in to First Media Consulting Podcast. If you enjoyed the podcast, subscribe today. To nominate a business you would like to recommend to be on our show, go to firstmediaconsulting.com or call. Thank you for listening.